Hey, so if you have mentioned both Playwright and Selenium in your resume, this is one of the interview question which you might get very often during your interviews. What is the difference between Playwright and Selenium? Right? So I have asked this question to many of the people during the interviews, and many of the people are answering at very basic level. So how they're answering is like, uh, Playwright comes with auto wait mechanism, where in Selenium we were using a lot of explicit waits for this. And Playwright comes with its own browser bundles, and Playwright comes with the different locators like get by test ID, get by placeholder, or get by text, like that. So different locators it has got. But these are very basic level differences. So the moment you answer like this, interviewer will come to know that you have very basic knowledge on the Playwright and you don't have in-depth knowledge. You actually not explore the Playwright much. But how would you answer to this question? Is so when you're answering this question, first you start with architectural differences. First, like, explain how Selenium and Playwright interacts with the browsers. So Selenium will be using a HTTP protocol to interact with browsers, whereas Playwright uses WebSocket protocol. But differences between HTTP protocol and WebSocket we can discuss in other question. And Playwright directly interacts with the browser using CDP, but whereas Selenium uses a driver executables in between to perform the actions on the browser. And also, Playwright comes with a tool called Playwright Inspector, which can help us to, write the locators easily, and can help us to debug on failures, and can help us to generate the code by using recording and all. And also, Playwright can support API testing as well, where Selenium doesn't support API testing. So we have to use REST Assured and other tools to do the API testing, and Selenium is purely for GUI testing. And Playwright comes with other important feature called tracing. And in this tracing, so it can capture the screenshots automatically on failures, and then capture the video of entire execution. So this can help us to understand the failures and do the debugging so easily, right? And also you can highlight other technical differences, like how Selenium handles the shadow dom, and how Playwright handles shadow dom, and how Selenium handles the frames, and how Playwright handles frames, and how Selenium handles multiple windows or multiple tabs, and how Playwright handles multiple tabs and windows. So you have to highlight all this to showcase in-depth knowledge on the Playwright.